3, do you support the Second Amendment?
This is a great question. Just fully, totally and completely. I'm an NRA Life member. I have an A rating for my voting record of the last 10 years. I'm the co-author of the Guns in Locked Vehicles bill that's sitting on the governor's desk right now. I'm the co-author of the bill that shield concealed weapon permit information from public view. When I saw what the Bloomington newspaper had done by publishing that information, I thought it was wrong. I asked to have the bill drafted myself. One of my colleagues said that he was also having a bill drafted. I said, well, okay, you go ahead and author it. Let me be your co-author. He said, fine. I like to hunt. Well, I hunted more as a kid. I don't have much time now, but I like to shoot. And I have my own lifetime concealed weapon permit. That was my wife. I bought her a Glock for her birthday one year. I cannot tell you that. You don't want to mess with me.
Question number 2. As citizens of the United States, where do our rights come from?
Well, your fundamental rights come from God, and your secondary rights of association that you've created come from our Constitution. Everything from there is the details that your elected officials, your democratically elected officials, choose to further limit or change on your behalf. But the fundamental structures are our Creator and our Constitution.
Number 3. What should Congress do to protect Social Security for future generations?
Good question. It's really been the third rail of politics to discuss Social Security. And I can't sit here and tell you that I have all the answers to a problem that large. It has grown into a monstrosity of unpaid, unaccounted for future debt, where we have literally robbed the Social Security Trust Fund and are only paying as we go. And the demographics are set to flip as the baby boom generation retires, that it is unsustainable in its current form. Now I know that for myself, in terms of retirement accounts, you have some choices where you can look at the 401k structure and say you can choose to put all your money in a stable value government securities kind of account where it's your money, not some IOU future promise from the government, or you can choose to invest a portion of it in the stock market or other investment options. For me, that has been a good choice. I don't know if there's a hybrid type system that has some merit in that respect, but I would say that any type of system that puts actual dollars under your control rather than staying in a government coffer that can then be spent down by somebody else in the emotion of the moment or for the latest pet project. If it's got
Do you believe we have a problem with man-made global warming?
I think no one knows. I think that the scientific data that was out there was so apparently corrupted by personal agendas and political correctness, this whole ClimateGate fiasco that's occurred recently, that we probably ought to wipe the slate clean. I do believe in scientific research on things, but I think the scientific research developed a decidedly political agenda at some point in the process. And I would question whether global warming is, well, I think there's some discussion that there has been some increase in the globe's temperature, but the question is whether it is, to what, if any, has man's activities contributed to it, and to what, if any, impact man could have upon it. The weatherman can't accurately predict the weather 12 hours in advance, but these folks are telling you what's happened, over the last 20 million years. And it is why I've been an outspoken advocate for cap and trade. Indiana, and in particular this district, would be one of the most negatively affected districts in the United States if cap and trade is put in place. I've editorialized in it, sent out columns statewide. I was formerly, before I was the tax chairman, I was the utilities chairman, and I do support alternative and renewable energy primarily from a national security perspective more than from a global warming perspective, because I just have serious questions about whether we're that big of a factor in it, whether we can have an impact if we have it.
Did you say you support cap and trade? You're
No, I oppose
You're an
it.
advocate. You
Yeah,
said
you're
you're
an
an
advocate.
advocate for it.
Oh, I apologize.
Yeah,
No.
we
But then you
Ready
went
to
on to
hand.
say just content, so you gotta watch that stuff in the crowd.
It was almost shots fired here.
I hate cap and trade.